there. You know, it definitely does damage. It's just not, doesn't feel like it's a lot. So I don't know. I'm kind of iffy about this Dawnbreaker carry.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what the laning build is going to be. Kind of even Aaron going for this like offlaner setup where you are in a lane that's going to spam a bunch of spells, and you go for a full 1 and 3 GG branches to start.
Yeah, she's also and like 2 gauntlets as well. She just wants all the strength, you know.
That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the buffs to luminosity are enough to make this hero a little bit more viable. You know, it's the every 4 attacks kind of thing. It synergizes with your Starbreaker. I don't know.
This is a big wraparound here. I mean, the whole family is right there, just waiting for anyone to go out position.
Pretty strong first blood combo as well, right? They already took dual breath. They've already taken the Celestial Hammer here. And so their only stun I think they're playing with currently is Lina's LSA. Revenant is spotted. Afro, he sees him as well. And now they're going to make the jump. Afro a little bit slower to react, but plenty of slows here, and even a Dragon Tail to set up for this will make it trivial. And they'll even give first blood over to Aaron. And it'll be an extra gauntlet of strength early. And maybe even 2, as they're set to get both bounties as well.
Yeah, I mean, good first blood for them. It's like, you know, that's how we want to start. And of course, at least Aaron gets the first blood. So, you know, if the Dawnbreaker doesn't perform, we'll be like, there, you got first blood. What's your excuse? You know, you had all the gold you wanted.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Although I gotta say, man, I mean, we're both support players here, so it's going to be the support player cast. Get ready, everyone. It does feel really good whenever your support gets early boots, doesn't it, because of a first blood.
Of course. I mean, we should get an early hand of Midas as well.
I mean, honestly, everyone should just pull us their tangos and heal us in lane so we can create more space. You know.
I mean, that's one of the nicest changes about the South nerf. It's like, nah, get your own South. What am I? Yeah. You know, did you read the patch notes?
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It was a good change because now you can actually play supports, and maybe we'll see a little bit more Warlocks. Even we're starting to see more Witch Doctors as well, even though that hero has been receiving buffs for the past 3 years. So, you know, Warlock players, the time is nigh. This is probably the strongest he's going to get for a while.
The hero is crazy. I think it's like the second highest strength, you know, on intelligence here, which is like what, 3. I know it sounds weird, but it's like you never can even bring the hero down. You always get the rock off.
I did not even know that. Oh yeah, on Warlock, yeah. Yeah. He's pretty damn strong. You know, you have a salve built in, basically starting at level 3. It feels good. Afro might be in a spot of trouble here. No bashes, though, means he's going to be able to walk away, but 5 stacks of the poison. It's a bit of a commitment in this bottom lane, and I think that's the issue, is that before you've got this point in time dilation, this Viper Faceless Void lane, pardon me, you do rely on proccing time lock for you to be able to like actually set up for a kill. That could have been a kill on Lina if they bashed, but they just didn't.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's what we said, right? Like Faceless Void's an okay laner, but you really rely on your supports to do things for you. And Ray's doing a good job. Like, he's giving the Faceless Void like, chances to farm. On the other hand, I do worry that later on, once the Lina and the Dragon get a few levels, I don't think like the Viper will be enough. Like, he will actually die a few times.
And I was about to say, he's like almost out of mana already. He's got 2 mangoes, right? He might decide to eat one here because all the poison attacks have now run him dry.
And it's kind of like, it's hard when it's one guy's harassing both people just so that CDR can get farmed.
Yep.
In the meantime, I'm excited to see this Dawnbreaker to hero. If there's a lane that should be getting kills, like these 2 should be able to do it. But you are up against 2 really tanky guys. Like Ursa's like 4 strength in or something. Master's 3.7. He's got all the forms. I don't even know what they do, but one of them definitely gives you evasion.
One of them does give you evasion. One of them gives you the crit. One of them gives you as well the move speed. Is it evasion? It's not evasion. It
is evasion. It's the Storm Ruler.
Ah, it is. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, good eye. Yeah. I mean, these are very tanky heroes. Their Spirit used to be even tankier, and then they changed a little bit of his rolling boulder damage to be percentage based on his strength, so they nerfed his strength gain a little bit, but that's fine. He was insanely tanky before, and he's even tankier now, actually, that they buffed his like agi game by like 1. He was pretty crazy now. You actually have armor on the hero. So yeah, a very tanky lane in general, right? Because Jakiro also, he's not real slouch as they are fighting now, and that'll be a kill onto Revenant. He gets the Ignite off before he goes, but it's still going to be a kill easily. And kill number 2, that is, even, for Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron's off to a great start. I mean, this is what we said. Like, even though they are tanky, there's a lot of damage on the Dawnbreaker and Jakiro early on. It's a lot of slows, a lot of damage, it's a lot of combos. So it is going to be tough even for them. And no, I mean, on Simply 2 base, they just seem to have a really good lane set up everywhere, really.
Yep. Nico doing pretty well in this mid lane. Let me see what this build is for Ember. No points in Flame Guard at all. 2 points already in Searing Chains. So maybe trying to set up for a little bit of a surprise again. I'm surprised with the second point in Chains, to be honest, and not a single point in the Flame Guard, but I guess this is what the Chains are for, a little bit of extra damage onto Nico.
Yeah, and plus it's like Flame Guard, you really need like 3 levels before you can start even blocking any of Puck's damage, because it just disappears with 1 point, so it's fine. I guess why he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like 190 is not really that much. I mean, it helps for sure, but it's not that much.
Yeah, you're very unlikely to be able to run down a puck with that as well. But yeah, we'll see. Level 6 for him soon. The coil as well is going to come out momentarily, as there is a kill top lane. They've been fighting here for a while. I looked back up here and didn't see any action, and then I looked away, and now finally they're going to go in and hit some creeps. But yeah, it's very much a brawl-heavy lane.
It's
both sides.
Like 3 melee. Dawnbreaker loves to hit people anyway. But Brewmaster's the only one who's suffering a little bit in terms of CS. You know, just a little bit behind, but Dawnbreaker's got like 6 denies, which is hurting the Brewmaster quite a lot.
Yeah, could start to change here. Eternity could start to snowball this lane a little bit more, as after that kill, there is finally the Urn charges online for Moonlight. He just rushed the item, and now he's got a little bit more of consumables being delivered by the courier, but they could look to make some moves around the map. As Empyrean's already gone over to the river here. A little bit early for the 6-minute rune to be fighting, but he's set up vision. He's going to be scouted now.
And at this point, even we can see Afromosh, he's just like leaving the lane. He's like, I don't need to do anything for the Dragon. The Dragon is just kind of fine by himself at this point.
There's no points either in the Nether Toxin, so the break not a concern yet. Of course, Support Viper not going to be getting the same kind of levels you'd expect on a mid. They even forced a Remnant out, so defensive Remnant back, but the power rune control is phenomenal out from 2 base. They rotate both supports. Viper does come, but Ray low on mana and a little bit late on the rotation. Not much he can really offer there. So it's an Invis rune in the bottle for Puck. That's a dangerous rune here, especially with the Dream Coil available.
And top lane though, I thought that they were going to go for Aaron, but they're just putting tower pressure here. And this is what we talked about in terms of like tower damage with this Jakiro, is that you can actually do tower damage on Simply 2 base, and it's kind of be very annoying for them to deal with, like as time goes on.
Yep. Attack speed slow also works on towers, which means your creeps live longer. They all tank, which all means more tower damage, even if it is just those single points slowing the tower. So yeah, it all adds up. Revenant finds himself in a little bit of a difficult situation, despite having a fairly good laning partner, I would say. I would think, you know, Brewmaster Earth Spirit isn't the classic brew combo. You know, Scareth Mage is certainly up there with triggering ignites. Rubik even I've seen have some good lanes with this guy. But yeah, I mean, this guy's like all magic damage, so it does work out.
Moonlight. And they're just having fun here. You know, really. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna kill you, you're not gonna kill me. So kind of cool to see. It's like, I'll just roll into him. What was he gonna do? But they're really trying to put a pressure on the mid lane here. But it's like,
they could go now.
They actually, they might see a coil come out.
And there it is, to the LSA, even the Solar Guardian. That should be a very easy kill. I'll even go the way towards Aaron. 3 kills on him already, as Moonlight's gonna TP in and immediately roll out. Don't want any of this smoke that Simply 2 base were bringing, as they gank the mid laner.
That was a huge commitment, by the way. Like, they had like the Dawnbreaker ultimate and the coil and both supports rotating in. So yeah, they got the Ember Spirit, and he has the most farm in the game. But it's a lot. And in the meantime, Revenant does get free farm for a couple of seconds.
Let's see here. Yeah, CDR is kind of struggling in this bottom lane, though, would be the biggest concern. Oh, they get the puck mid, though. What? How did that happen? Swift reprisal there for the puck. Ice Path sets up onto 2. Afro follows up with the LSA, connects it here onto the Ember Spear, but this is a losing battle here with Ember in the vicinity, as he will pick up a second kill now onto the Jakiro. Dying to the tower. Low, but not low enough, especially once the LSA misses. And he's going to get the Ember out of this one.
Never refuse school.
And I feel like a lot of that does come back to the fact that they just committed so much in the beginning to kill Ember. So once Ember came back, it's like, you guys got nothing.
Yeah,
You're not
DK
bottom
is
lane.
in trouble. Yeah, now bottom as well. Slowed to a crawl. Revenant's going to make the TP out. They commit the chrono just to ensure they can get this kill. There's all that bonus armor coming in handy. But CDR eventually will get the kill, even though he doesn't get a single bash.
I just love that the DK was on like 10% HP. He's like, I don't care. I want him to. I want him to be beyond dead. You know, so like I want to chrono him, just in case. But yeah, this. Oh, look at that. I mean, Facebook being able to time off all that damage away. Not that great against Jakiro though, because the damage over time is annoying. And oh, we missed a kill on the Lina, but it's only a support lane, so who cares?
Yep, that was a pretty good tank as well with Ray. And both the Ember actually rotating on over. They do manage to prevent maybe something worse from happening. Aaron doesn't have his ulti. There's not a lot of TPs available, especially because DK just TP'd bottom. So that would have been pretty bad if Lina didn't catch that one. They're going to look for the Earth Spirit now, even committing the coil. Should be an easy kill. Ice Path, even with that early point, level 1, that is going to be enough lockdown to easily pick up the kill into Moonlight.
He goes for a second point Ice Path as well, now opting for the dual breath. We see a lot of this like 2-4 build, 2-4-1. You don't need to max out the dual breath because level 2 is the value point. You get the double damage from it, and then just max out Ice Path because the cooldown does reduce by significantly.
Yeah, that cooldown changes give a lot of life to the hero. Afro looks like he's going to die again here trying to contest the rune. He does deny it. That's going to be, ooh, maybe even a kill here on the Puck as the Ice Path swings wide. It forces the Ember off the healing as well out from Aaron, who does commit the ulti. Is not good enough to keep alive the Puck as he does tick down to the damage over time. And looks like Ray got the kill, but he also had that Magnetize applied. So 2 dead here is actually Eternity bringing some heat, bringing some pressure. 3 cores, sorry, make that 2 cores actually in the mid lane pushing with the wagon. And that should be a kill onto Empyrean relatively easily. He will fall. Max Sleight of Fist. I think Ember got off 6 or 7 in that fight. Nah, just 3. But still, that's a ton of damage.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like the damage of 6 or 7 because it's still like they're very mobile. You know, you got the Earth Spirit, you got the Ember, like you got the Spirit Brothers as well as Brewmaster and the Faceless Void. So these guys can move around a lot. And you look at simply 2 base, Jakiro, Lina. Once you get on top of these 2 heroes, they're dead every time. Puck is mobile, but he's not very durable. So he's also here. Like once you catch him, he's also dead. So it's I like what Eternity is doing. They're just grouping up. They're like, well, you guys can't actually fight us, especially when Dawnbreaker's ultimate is down.
Yeah, and I guess if I'm surprised by one thing, I'm surprised Puck didn't pick up the chainmail before the robe. I'd imagine at this stage it's mostly physical damage you're dying to on Puck, especially considering the Ember's build, right? But, you know, I guess that bonus damage maybe helps you pick up a couple of kills there. I mean, whatever. Witchblade going to be on the way soon, right? Is the important part here for Puck. At that stage, you can actually start to look together and string together some kills. We're still quite far from Blink Dagger, though, on Paradise. Still about 1,000 gold away. How's his CS?
It's
not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. He's almost up with the Faceless Void in terms of net worth. I think the bigger issue is just they're not fighting with him. You know, he's kind of in the bottom lane. And when they're jumping on these people, like we talked about, like the Jakiro, the Lina as the Puck, they're so easy to bring down. You need the Dragon Knight there, sort of beef up the team a little bit.
Yep.
And I don't know how I feel about the fact that he is going Blink Dagger, you know, because when you get that, it doesn't give you stats. It's just jump and initiate. And like, do you need that, or is the Puck going to be enough for them? You know, just a coil into Dawnbreaker Ultimate might be all you need.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I guess it's a fair point. I guess with going Witchblade, Puck isn't going to get the Blink Dagger until, well, probably second item. Can make catching Ember a little bit of a difficult time, especially because it seems like he's starting to kind of snowball a little bit. So maybe having that Blink Dragon Tail stun being almost instant into whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say you can't do the same really with Puck, especially with Coil. I don't know. I guess the question becomes, what do you build in exchange for that? What do you go? I rarely see DKs go for anything else other than Blink.
No, that's true, right? I mean, it's like what you need, right? You have to get the Blink Dagger so you actually become active. Otherwise, he's a big dragon, but he's kind of slow, and it takes forever for him to actually do anything. But he's going to at least get them the bomb tier 1.
It will, eventually. No Elder Dragon format ready yet. He's got it active. He does. He's just it is active. The bottom tower will go down.
Eventually.
Yes, eventually. There it goes. And they don't lose the tower mid either. Nico is going to respawn in time and take care of the creep wave that will force back the rest of eternity.
By the way, Aaron is very close to that Echo Saber on the Dawnbreaker, which is nice. You get a double attack, but you're looking at simply to base. I wonder if they're gonna have any damage issues. Could bring down the Brute, Brewmaster is pretty tanky. The Earth Spirit, Ember. If you don't burst him down instantly, he's gonna, he's hard to bring down. Same thing with the Faceless Void. Like, I do wonder if simply to base is gonna have a bit of damage issues later on. Oh, they found Aaron.
Yeah, that's going to be Aaron actually turning. And almost getting a kill onto the Ember Spirit. They commit the Laguna Blade even. That's how far they go to try and get this one. And they will not get that kill. 2-4-2 build now, so eventually 2 points into the Flame Guard. Just the 2 points into Searing Chains then, huh? I guess that...
You're really into this 2 points of Searing Chains, right?
Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, I've seen 1 point for sure versus these elusive mid laners to set up for like a rotating 4, like an Earth Spirit. But the second point was very fascinating, yeah.
Let's see. Does it give you... I mean, I don't know. Does it give you that much more damage? It goes from, what, 125 to 140, right? Is that it?
No, that would
doesn't seem like much. Doesn't seem like much.
I guess the extra second... Does that matter versus Puck? Yeah, kind of, right? Because that would force 3 points in phase shift if you wanted to avoid the whole thing. Instead of just 2.
I mean, I guess it seems like it's a small thing, but they would know, right? Maybe we'll be able to ask them later. Be like, why did you put 2 points? They're like, I don't know, I misclicked, and we're like,
that's usually what happens.
We're like a bunch of buffoons, like, oh man, he's really thinking about it. He must have done the math or something.
It could have something to do with. It's probably got something to do with phase shift illusory orb. I would assume. Like 2 seconds makes it a little bit more difficult for you to easily avoid, Whereas with the 1.5 seconds, it's a little bit easier.
I mean, that makes sense to me,
I don't know. I don't play Puck.
Or the mid lane in general.
Or the mid lane in general. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, in the meantime, it's barely any advantage for Simply 2 based. I mean, they are like a little bit ahead, but you can see the Earth Spirit makes up for a lot of the gold deficiency there. And Aaron's got a good amount of gold like that. I'm just interested to see what the Dominic do. Smoke on smoke action.
Yeah, it's gonna break. Nico is gonna make the jump first. They still have the coil if they want to commit it, and they will. Earth Spirit rolls into this one even. Solar Guardian easily picking up the kill. Brewmaster not committing the ulti. Not much he could really do to change this engagement at the current skate. And that's going to be the smoke gank going perfectly for Simply 2 base as they reveal what is the Witchblade and the Blink Dagger on the DK, and likely set up to siege this tier 1 tower.
Yeah, the 2 dragons, GQ.
Yeah, that's only a kill on Alina though. CDR, I suppose not much else he could really get all by himself other than really just Alina. But that's gonna be no chrono for him.
I think it's fine because if you go mid and you use actually we can see that the Brewmaster used the ultimate himself.
Okay. This is burning the duration of Elder Dragon form, isn't it?
And yeah, it keeps the tower alive, so I guess they're okay with this. Like, alright, and I like this. I like what this Void did. Yes, it's a kill on the Lina. It might not seem like a big deal, but if he goes mid and uses the chrono, there's a big chance he can misplay it. So it's might as well just use it mid, for a secure kill and delay Afro.
Yep, there's the blink stun. I think Ray knew that one was coming, but he didn't know about the DD rune Nico had. That's an easy kill for him.
And this is why Viper is win lane, lose game hero, right? Like afterwards, what are you really? You're just a big flying gold bag for the enemy, basically.
Yeah, and regrettably, unlike most other supports or a lot of other popular supports we're seeing, he doesn't do that well at tanking smoke ganks. And because he's dead, he can't tank this smoke gank. Luckily, CDR is going to TP out from the top lane in time. 2 base instead. They will head over into maybe the triangle, maybe behind this tier 1 tower, where Revenant does not have the ultimate. They're going to scout him now with the Illusory Orb, but Nico's not making that jump, so the last seconds of this DD rune will be put to work against the mid tier 1 tower. Smoke Gank not finding anything. A little bit of a win for Eternity then.
They're being a little bit cautious on specific bases, like they just don't want to rush in, lose people for no reason. They jumped.
Yeah, there was another Solar Guardian ready as well. Coil committed. Moonlight gonna turn. There is a TP buyback in from the Ember, but he's got a TP because he didn't have a Remnant down. In the meantime, they've lost now a second Spirit. It's the Earth this time. Paradise being held down, saved slightly here by the Ice Path, but it seems like, yeah, that's gonna be an easy enough kill. Credit going to Ray That's a buyback committed. Again, it saves this tier 1 tower, but they only get a DK for it. Now, showing up to fight is going to be CDR, but he does not have Chrono for another 25 seconds. So he jumps in quite aggressively, but doesn't have the spell.
Yeah, but without the Dragon Knight sort of in the front to help the team, you can see that they're like, oh, who goes in first? Who's gonna, you know, they can't actually engage like they used. They need the Dragon Knight there for them all.
Careful here.
Say that.
Oh yeah, he's got split, but stunned up. Finds no chance to use it. CDR now 3 seconds until Chronosphere, but DK is up. Blink stun at the ready. Simply TOOBASED and Eternity continue to spar over the mid lane. So there's a bottle refill that will top up the puck and potentially allow him to go back in. Paradise, is he gonna go? No. Okay, he's probably going to wait his Elder Dragon form. They're going to farm up a little bit more instead. And prepare to go yet again here at this tier 1 tower, which remains alive.
I know, right? It's like they've been throwing bodies at it. But at the same time, it's not simply TOOBASED. I don't think they mind. Like, they are still getting a bit of a net worth advantage. Although there is a smoke on the Faceless Void. The Chrono is ready.
They have this ward down, which scouted puck. Should be an easy kill for them unless Nico's got a good reaction time.
Spider Sense, will it land in time? He jukes to the left. I mean, I don't know if he jukes, he just doesn't know. He's just like, oh,
got
there
him.
you go.
Yep, very good. They catch the Earth Spirit, but that literally doesn't matter, of course. Is that double Maelstrom? It is double Maelstrom, I believe. No, it's not actually. Just the single Maelstrom. That was just 2 good procs from CDR. Good, because he pressed the Maelstrom proc button twice. Very, very good.
Yeah, right? He's like the turn it on button.
Yeah. They even managed to defend this mid-tier 1 tower. Jakiro Imperium making a little bit of a cheeky push. Does drop the Macro Pyre. That's going to put these guys in a little bit of a rough spot. Not the Brewmaster, however, who is simply going to split and give chase after the Lina. He greets his Earth Spirit by lifting Lina. Hurls a boulder into the face of the fiery lady. And that's still 3 kills here going the way of Eternity. Tower on, what, 1 HP, 28 HP. It's just about 1 hit. But it seems like they'll probably win this mid-tier 1 tower off, won't they?
It's like 18 minutes of us waiting for 1 tower to drop, but in the end, it's the team with less tower damage that manages to get a mid-tier 1. But yeah, good for Eternity. And they'll probably deny that tower once they feel like it's at risk. You know, until then, you just keep it as a
TP point. Yeah, you don't want to get rid of it too easily. I see so many people in pubs eager to deny towers.
My gold! It's mine! Why would I let it stay, you know?
Paradise, that's another Elder Dragon form where he doesn't really get much out, or much use of it, but he is closing the gap slowly but surely towards this BKB. Puck has an item coming. Is that bots, I'd imagine? It is a Blink Dagger instead, pardon me. But the same amount of gold. So Nico is going to be a little bit more evasive now, able to actually make some aggressive plays and jumps on in. But we'll see here how much success he's going to have with that.
Spirit Vessel finished on the Earth Spirit, and there's still no BKB on the Dragon Knight, so... there they got it.
There goes the tower. No deny, though. They go to Paradise. He gets it with a melee auto attack after he stuns up Ray, setting up for that kill quite easily. It's a little kill streak fed over as well. Over the way of Empyrean, so a bit of bonus gold, but it was only a 3 times, so not that much.
See, if they had listened to us, they would have denied the tower. He'd be alive right now. They'd have all that bonus gold. But
maybe. Yeah, maybe they were hoping it would take them a little while longer. This is a really aggressive smoke, by the way. They just smoke right in the mid lane behind the tower. They might even be able to catch an Ember Spirit. He activates an Invis Rune. They plop down a Sentry. Smoke's not breaking yet. I highly doubt that there's detection on these heroes. So the Invis Rune is going to pay off, unless Ember decides to get a little bit cute and walk up this hill. It appears he'll have patience, and he'll go ahead and wait it out and avoid a death.
Brewmaster's also, I think he's got the Aghanim, so he's very close, 600 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter. At that point, I don't think he'll have that same move before where he was like saving the ultimate, goes in, and doesn't split in time and manages to die. So we'll probably see the Brewmaster always being able to get that split off, which will be really annoying for simply TOOBASED. You know, you put the Jakiro in the air, you put Lina in the air, especially the Jakiro, like he's a pretty durable support. He brings on a lot of, he brings a lot of chaos to the team, so just getting rid of him and focusing the other people down could be a big thing. Meantime, there's another smoke, and they do have Chronosphere.
They do. CDR not in the smoke because they're going to scout the puck in the middle lane. The stun will connect. They're setting up very nicely for this one. CDR looking to perhaps catch 2, or looking for just a better Chronosphere. Beautiful job. Didn't even need it. Moonlight is to be able to catch Nico quite easily. So they also find Jakiro, but will ride along and see the death of Afro as he dies in the Roche pit. And yeah, still having Chronosphere, Eternity are going to set up and head straight into Roche with this, wasting absolutely no time after that last kill.
And unfortunately for Afro, they thought I could juke in Roche, but then you die in Roche and you're like, well, I let them right to it, you know? I let them right to where they need to be at the moment, so Eternity now I think is going really well for them. Although, you know, we still haven't seen the Dawnbreaker sort of like fully unleashed. You know, she ulti is up, so.
Yeah, Moonlight does get stunned, but he's a very tanky boy and simply rolls away. Aaron did show his, you know, relative location. As, well, he's got Shard. He's kind of online now. He's got Shard. I imagine at one stage he did disassemble this Echo Saber for a faster BKB, and then he just rebought the Echo Saber because it is a really good item on the Dawnbreaker, obviously. So we'll see. Simply TOOBASED, they want to fight, but they didn't really use like anything. There's still another charge here of the Primal Split, but they think they can get rid of this Aegis, and they seem to be correct. No, CDR, he gets off the Time Walk. They didn't commit the Dawnbreaker ulti. So well, now they're going to commit as they look to turn, but it doesn't catch anyone, and CDR is going to catch 3. The stun out from Lina's going to miss. They will zap him at least on his first life, but they've lost the DK. Aaron's going to pop the BKB, picks up 2 there on the Starbreaker as they stun up CDR on his second life. He's going to have to now retreat because he doesn't have the Chronosphere, he doesn't have BKB either. So the fight doesn't go that poorly either for Simply TOOBASED. As they remove the Aegis, they get the ultis out and eventually get Aaron involved in the fight for a 2-for-2.
Yeah, I mean, the Eternity just lost the sports, but yeah, they also lost the Aegis, which means that next time that's not happening, basically. Yeah. But and you can see like Dawnbreaker, she showed up. You know, we were saying like we haven't seen Dawnbreaker completely unleashed, but like when she's there, she can do a lot of work for them.
Yeah, it was a big hammer out for this Dawnbreaker. She carries a big hammer and certainly knows how to use it. Chrono was good. I thought even was going to be crucial in turning the team fight, but all they do is take down the DK, which I think is the right move because he's very killable this early, and he would certainly present problems for your backliners if you don't kill him. But Dawnbreaker comes in at a pretty good time and good patience there for Aaron.
Yes, you should have. And what a great Starbreaker hitting on 2 people. That's what got her the double kill as well. And she's going to go for the Deso as well. I believe it procs on every like person you hit with the Starbreaker, right? It's not like you have to, like everyone gets the Deso damage, like so the armor reduction, correct?
Yeah, because all your auto attack modifiers proc. Oh, here it is in a bit of trouble here. Does not have BKB because of the nerfs to the item. A good Ice Path is not going to be enough to save him, and they get off the Primal Split as well. Macropire covering the retreat here of its CDR can simply walk up the hill. Moonlight as well can simply roll around it to catch his mark as the fight falls apart for Simply TOOBASED. They get punished for being a bit greedy. As Eternity show up with numbers, take down 4.
Yeah, this game's so back and forth, right? It's like a little while ago, TOOBASED had a great move in the mid lane, and then they just lose 4 people. But we have talked about this mobility that Eternity has. You know, the Ember, the Earth Spirit, basically, like these guys move. They are very mobile, and unfortunately for Simply TOOBASED, you get on top of them, they're not running away. Oh, fuck, he's got a boost of travel. Unfortunately for him, I guess he TP'd out at the really bad time.
Yeah, I'm not sure when exactly the puck decided to leave, but with a BKB reveal there on the Ember Spirit, kind of unlikely to make any much of a difference in that fight, to be honest, it feels like. So maybe it's for the best here for TOOBASED. BKB at the ready again for Aaron. Again, the nerfs, 15 seconds now and 7:31D. CDR jumping in. Oh, could get a good chrono. Instead, he's going to find himself stunned by the Dragon Tail. Solar Guardian not going to catch in time, though, and CDR still finds 2. Lina dead, and Jakiro likely to fall, but it's only the 2 supports. Aaron activates the BKB, as he does need to run away from this engagement. Seems like Paradise as well, rooted down, should be an easy kill. As Nico is going to be caught by Moonlight. What a prediction there, and the Remnant Bomb to follow up. That's again 4 dead. Moonlight finding plenty of heroes. CDR, the chrono, only for the supports, but it made for some easy pickings here onto the rest of Simply TOOBASED.
I mean, I'm loving the support play from Moonlight. Like, this is not the first time. I think we've seen him get the puck twice with his role as well, which is very hard to do. You know, as an Earth Spirit. Then in this way, just now, he gets another one. Like, he has been the bane of puck, and it's amazing to watch. That was a really good chrono. Actually, a bit blind. I think he knew people would teleport in, but he wasn't exactly sure. He gets both supports. And yeah, Moonlight, look at that. He just knows where it is and rolls to him like that. Really cool. Yep. I wish I could play Earth Spirit half as, like, well, a quarter as good as that.
Yeah, just having the predictions, knowing exactly how far that Elusive Orb is going to be traveling, and like you said, it's the second time he's caught him. Very nicely done here, and Eternity now with a 7K net worth lead. Starting to really look quite scary in this game. Ember Spirit going for the Spirit Bomb kind of moves. He did it there to the puck, and he went, you know what? I'd like more of those, please. And will be going to the X after. I think he had this in mind after he didn't go Maelstrom before BKB, so fair enough. Nico is just kind of chilling here next to the rune, and in fact, they're going to turn, but there's a BKB. At least that's a 8-second BKB charge forced out from Ember, only for the coil. Not a bad trade, I would say. No,
it's fine for sure. By the way, Faceless Boy, he's going for the Lincoln Sphere. He's not. He feels like what we're seeing is the combos. Dragon Knight jumps in with the stun, and then they follow it up with the Sword Guardian. So Faceless Boy is like, I don't need to do that. They only have the Laguna Blade as well as the Dragon Tail, so it's a lot more likely that it's going to be the Dragon Tail stun coming out of him.
Yep.
It's like, I don't want to deal with this, and I like the itemization a lot.
Yeah, literally only those two, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the puck doesn't have
I mean, does Liquid Fire proc?
I actually could question. I don't know. I would assume not, because like Poison Attack doesn't, right?
Right. It doesn't seem like it should, because I think it's a range attack. It's not. It doesn't even use your cast range. It uses your range attack.
But like, I would assume that the Frost Breath does, right? Or the whatever liquid ice, whatever his shard is.
I believe it's liquid ice. We can hover on. I think we get the name.
Liquid Frost. Yeah, that's it was like something like that.
You guessed it right.
That is a good spell this game, actually, by the way, against a tanky Earth Spirit, against a tanky Brewmaster. It's percentage-based damage, which is...
Yeah, but it's like 10%. It's not really that much. I mean, it's
bad,
nice.
Though. It ain't
bad. It ain't bad, but it feels better as a tower like destroyer than
that it does. I'll tell you what, if they eventually get themselves what is it? It's the Enchanted Quiver, even though Puck's gonna take it like 100%, and maybe you could argue Lena's better with it as well. That item feels so good on Jakiro.
What bugs me is that you can't trigger the Liquid Fire and the Liquid Frost in one hit. I feel like that's just the worst. I don't know why.
I think that would be a little strong, personally.
I think it would be a little balanced. I think it would be a lot more fun.
I don't know if that would be fair and balanced. It would be fun, but only fun for the Jakiro players here. Simply
why does only one head get to have fun at a time? Can you just see both heads spinning? Is that fine?
Oh,
look at that.
Nico? He's gonna be fine. He's gonna TP out in the time.
Oh, this could be bad for them though. No puck.
No puck in the engagement as CDR makes the jump on in. Afro is likely to die here. Yep, nice bash immediately. That's CDR now godlike. Yeah, I don't know. That does kind of make sense. They both should be able to spit, I think. Why not?
It doesn't seem. It does. I mean, what does Ice Frog have against two-headed people?
Why do you have to pay 1,400 to spit with the Ice Dragon?
Maybe he's kind of lazy.
You should just spawn with it. Tree Protector doesn't need to pay 1,400 to walk in trees. He gets that for free.
Yeah, but then to punch from trees, I don't know. It is. I mean, when you think about it, isn't that what works for all of them? They all get like. Why does Pango have to roll harder with the shard?
He gets. I mean, fair enough. He rolls instantly. That's why he rolls faster, harder, better, faster, stronger. As there's Ray, he's just now set up as a ward. What else do you do with Viper at this stage? Honestly,
he's actually effective ward.
Yeah,
he's farmed.
He's carrying of Vlads as well. Not bad.
He is a farmed guy. Lincoln Sphere on the Faceless Void, by the way, so Dragon Tail.
Oh, is he gonna leave the pit? Oh, he's gonna leave the pit right as Roche respawns. That's fine. They've got good vision and setup anyway here for Eternity. It's not too long, before CDR goes to check. Oh, he's not gonna check. So impatient. Oh, he's gonna check. Perfect timing? No, he didn't see. He didn't see him.
Oh. Carry players, they're so. See, I'm telling you, they're so impatient. I love when they even don't go. They're lazy too. You know, they never go for the bounty ruin. It's like, oh, there you go.
He didn't check, and now he's gonna go back in and check. Ah, there he is. He's home. That's fine. That's fine.
It's like, it wasn't there a second ago, guys. I swear.
Ray, why weren't you checking? What's wrong?
You had to go get gold? How could you?
How could you? You've got enough. You've got a gem. That's all the money you get. Actually, give the gem on over to Revenant and continue sieging, but there is a fight back here over back on the ward, which is still up. Simply TOOBASED never took it out. And that means they likely lose this fight as Moonlight with the BKB is going to hold down Empyrean. Almost catches Nico there, even though he missed the Jakiro. In goes now the Ember Spirit with the Ag Scepter. Picks up the kill on a one. CDR. Chrono does catch the puck. Stun number 1 into stun number 2 will connect, but still having the Aegis here and still a BKB. CDR very confident in the fight. The bashes are not enough to control Aaron, but his BKB protects him from the LSA. That's 3 dead in this fight already for simply TOOBASED, and it looks like probably 4 yet again as Paradise uses the dragon leg, or sorry, not dragon legs, the spider legs to try and juke here. Eventually is caught and killed. Beyond Godlike now for the Faceless Void. Nico trying to cut waves here in the middle lane. Doesn't really have to worry about the lockdown of a Viper, but it's more the rest of the team, which is now going to try and kill him.
Yeah, I mean, Moonlight was making so much space for them while they were taking the Roshan. They traded 1 for 1. Like, but it doesn't matter. A little bit of a, I don't want to say misplay, but Faceless Void didn't use the BKB while in Chrono. But then again, with the moment that Dawnbreaker comes out, he actually interrupts her combo with a bash, which is what we talked about. Like Starbreaker, it takes too long to do the combo. You know, it's like other characters really damage. There you go. Another kill for CDR. Beyond Godlike.
No BKB, and there's the E-Blade blocked by the Lincoln Sphere, so there's now something else that can block Lincoln, so that means they don't have the Laguna, but he's gonna live. Even lifesteal's a bit off the creeps. Lena's gonna die. Red 2 gets back into the base, slow as a snail with 4 stacks there, the time dilation, but is safe at the very least. And because of the waves that Nico did cut, they're not going to be able to get significant tower damage in. So they will be forced to back, but still Aegis in hand, as they conserved it, now extending their net worth lead to 13k. Eternity certainly in the driver's seat for this game.
Dawnbreaker, by the way, goes for a Blink Dagger. If I'm not mistaken, because I tried this out, you can only blink in the direction you're facing while you Starbreaker. Like, if you start the Starbreaker combo, you can blink while you're Star breaking, but you can only in the direction you're actually facing. So it's a bit of an awkward use of this spell.
And I believe, I don't play a lot of Dawnbreaker, especially with the Shard. I haven't really gotten that far on the hero. Normally I lose my games in 10 minutes. But I believe it locks your facing location when you Starbreaker, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can't like turn around or anything like that. Even with the Shard, you still face the same direction.
You just kind of moonwalk around, right? This is a great ward. This is going to be a huge win for Eternity. There is Chrono in 1 more second. They're already fighting around a ward. BKB active for the Ember's Burst, so he shrugs off the Starbreaker combo as Nico is being harangued right now by 2. That isolates Paradise. He dies to the Viper as well as CDR. Aaron does manage to make it out alive, as does Puck, but Moonlight is hot on his tail. We'll see if he can make another good catch. He does manage to land the silence. The slow on the boulder smash doesn't quite hit, so Nico will make it out alive. But that got real spicy very quickly there for TOOBASED as Eternity set up vision and fight perfectly underneath it.
I mean, Paradise has just not had a game on this Dragon Knight. You know, it's like 1-7. It's very. I mean, it's a hard game for him to play. You know? Yeah. I mean, the other team is very mobile. They've got this break on the Viper, as well as the ultimate you can just use it on the Dragon Knight to make sure he doesn't do anything.
Well, I think this comes down to what I was talking about is where's the carry, right? Where is Aaron in these fights? And it's hard for him to come in because he does need this kind of setup stun that I was talking about in the draft. You know, again, compared to like a Spectre or even a Nature's Prophet carry who's just there in the fights and enables themselves. It's not really the case, it feels like, on this Dawnbreaker.
By the way, Viper does have the shot, so he can do all the tower damage. But yeah, it's like, I mean, from the start we said Dawnbreaker as a carry feels a little bit iffy, and it doesn't feel like a true carry in the same way as the Faceless Void does, if that makes sense. You know, it's like Dawnbreaker, the damage takes too long. The Starbreaker combo is just, it's very hard to land. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. He's just playing with them.
Yeah, he even avoids the ice path there somehow. He's gonna go back in and out. Slide whistle technology.
I just love that he can walk back. That is just it's the like best shard, but it's also so fun to watch.
Is this gonna be the one? Nope. Did you see that reverse time walk chrono bait on Reddit clip? That was a pretty good one.
Unfortunately, I missed that one.
Yeah. This is just a pub play, but it was a good one. He time walks away and then reverse time walks back into 5. And just chronos the entire team into Cataclysm. It was pretty sick. CDR?
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, see that? It just, God, I love it.
He just does not care. They're just letting him do the tower damage. Again, because you at least have Aaron as your core, he can be off and farming the jungle in relative safety and then simply ult in when he's needed. So at least you are still getting a little bit of gold inflow here for simply TOOBASED. But it's not going to be the best. That's a bots in from Puck, which is a weird play because they smoke us 4 in the base. but maybe they actually still end up catching an Ember Spirit who was cutting the top waves, or at least pushing top. No, that's not going to happen either. He's going to Remnant back, and instead it might be Empyrean who dies in this mid lane, as he ends up probably breaking a smoke here as well. Yeah, no. I think he broke Ember's smoke.
Well, his smoke is broken, so which is kind of weird, right? Like, if you think the smokes should break together.
Yeah. Well, they're not going to be able to find a mark. Nico does not cut the full. He missed the wave even. It looks like he only hit one of the melees.
That's the one he doesn't like.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll spare all of you, but that guy's a bit of a jackass. I'm going to hit that one. In the meantime, though, yeah, it just seems like Eternity should be able to go up high ground whenever they feel like. Simply TOOBASED.
It's a DD rune in the bottle as well for Ember Spirit. He's ready to go, especially with a what's this, Kyan San? It is Kyan San. It's done there, onto the Revenants, but they've caught the Lina. That's only 2 now in the Chronosphere as they turn onto Paradise. CDR pops the BKB. He shrugs off all the magic damage Jakiro's trying to pump out as they actually kill him. He's going to buy back. Eventually, Paradise gets the BKB online. He's freshly just bought this item. That'll keep him alive, at least against the Faceless Void. But can they now look to turn? Aaron needs to dispatch here needs to dispatch the Wraith pack because he is slowed to a crawl by the Viper Strike. Still has his own BKB, still has his ulti. It's only the Lina and the Earth Spirit dead, so not too bad of a hold considering here for Simply TOOBASED, because they did end up using the Chrono.
I wonder if Aaron's going to sell the Soul Ring just to buy the overwhelming blink. He needs about 400 gold to get it, and it does help a lot. Like when you show up with that, you can blink Starbreaker, it's a ton of damage, and they do need it. Like they need a way to kill CDR. That's the thing. They need a way to get rid of this Chrono, because once Chrono is down, they can actually take a fight. Until then, I don't think you can win a fight if CDR is alive. Like, it just doesn't seem likely.
Ember's starting to look real scary as well, actually. Well, I would say with this Kaya now fully online, he's got Enchanted Quiver. Things are getting a little spicy here, certainly for Simply TOOBASED. Do they have tier 4s yet? Have they dropped any tier 4s? I know it's just 27 minutes. No, not a single one yet.
Yeah,
this could be a big kill for them. Oh, but he gets up the BKB. They didn't get the Ice Path out in time. And that's what could have been a pretty important kill, actually. It turns into a bit of a blunder for TOOBASED. And in fact, they could be killed. CDR, he's in. He's ready. He doesn't have Chrono, but he doesn't need it for these heroes. Get out of here, Shop. There's the first one. That's a dieback as well, actually, here. 4-1. Paradise first hit bash on CDR. Good luck trying to TP out of this one now. They will easily kill him off. Does not have buyback. He bought out for the BKB. And those are 2 kills here for CDR, even without Chrono.
By the way, a big part of why, like, Empyrean, he didn't mess up that combo just because. It's because that 20% stats resistance makes a big difference on the Ember Spirit. And you can see, like, he expected the stun to last.
Nico. Good catch. Moonlight is going to nuke him down. Perfect roll. He knew exactly. He got this puck's number, man. That's a puck dead for now 90 seconds. This is probably just game, honestly. Oh, they're already in the base. CDR is dying. No, just kidding. He's going to BKB and fight to the death. And, well, at least Lina's death anyway. As Revenant is ready to look for more here. Pops the first of 2 ultis. And this is looking for Afro.
I mean, again, they will have Jakiro, they will have Dragonite. These guys are pretty good tower holders with the Dragonite shards, with Jakiro spells, but at least the top lane is probably going to go. Oh, Kronka comes out.
Dieback. Doesn't catch Aaron, but Aaron doesn't have BKB, doesn't even have his ulti yet. Paradise jumping in, doing his best. It's a good stun. The self-heal, not enough, thanks to the Vessel's debuff. Without buyback now on Aaron, that is certainly GG, as there's going to be the full team wipe. GG, well played, called, and Eternity take game number 1.
The mobility of the draft was too much. Like they move around a lot. They're also very tanky. Like you can see, all of their heroes can take some damage. Even the Viper. He's got the glimmer cape, which helps. Now